Hello everyone, it's Higo van Biljon, founder and CEO of FinMeUp, and I'll be sharing my take and my opinion on Bitcoin, quickly what it is, what people call it, what it actually does, and my predictions for the future and what I see happening. So first of all, there are only 21 million Bitcoins in circulation, which means there is a limited supply. There are only 21 million Bitcoins in the history. It can't be created nor destroyed. It's 21 millions. And if you look at fiat currencies, it is endless supply. There is no end to the supply. And if you look at the Fed currently just printing money for the US, it just depreciates the value of the dollar so much. And people are now looking for alternatives to actually save their money and not just lose it with all this extra money being printed. In my opinion, fiat currencies suck, and Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is one of the biggest and best solutions out there. And I started buying at $12,000 heavily. Then it went to 19,000, then 28,000, then 34,000. It's now around 40,000. And for me, this is a long-term play. So if you look, first of all, the demand is greater than the supply. With all these big institutions starting to buy now, starting to invest, and starting to get a grip on it, and allowing it, the price is just skyrocketing. And if you look at the experts, they say we are only in the beginning of this next big bull run. If you look at the price targets, it's also massive, triple figure growth in percentage wise. And I don't believe that only Bitcoin will succeed. I believe there will be other cryptocurrencies as well. Uh, for example, Ethereum. So I have some of my money in Bitcoin, some of my money in Ethereum. And then I also have the EC10 token, which is like an ETF for cryptocurrencies on EasyEquities. So some people call Bitcoin a store of value. Some people call it a digital currency. Some people call it digital gold. I'll just call it magical internet money. So soon you'll be able to do your e-commerce shopping with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. You can invest in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So you get the best of both worlds. And if it is true that it will become the digital gold, the same as physical gold, but now it just have way more functionality with Bitcoin, which is the digital gold. Currently, the market cap of true gold is around $9 trillion. So if Bitcoin, with the current market cap of around $700 billion, it's more than 10 times your money if that were to happen. Just remember, cryptocurrencies is a very, very volatile asset. It can drop 30% to one day and go 50% up the next day. So I'm someone that uses it for the long term. I put money in it and I'm just going to leave it. And the strategy that I use is dollar cost average, which just means every time it falls with significant dips, I'll just buy more. Because if you look at the long-term trend of Bitcoin, it's just going up, very similar to the stock market. And people are now looking for alternatives, especially as the US and global equities are quite expensive at the moment. Global economies are suffering. The global leadership is under pressure, and all of a sudden people don't know what to do with their money. Interest rates are low, and it's expected to be very low until 2024. So that is where Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies come in, and it's one of my largest positions now. Expect extreme volatility, and everybody says, what do you think is going to happen? Nobody knows. That's the thing, and it's completely dependent on demand and supply. Like I said, the demand is greater than the supply, and some of the big institutions that are now climbing on board includes Square with the Cash app, includes PayPal. Everybody knows PayPal. JP Morgan, one of the biggest names out there, they gave a price target for Bitcoin, a long-term price target of at least $146,000. It's now around $41,000. So the best is to do your own research. We have a cryptocurrency course, understanding cryptocurrency course. It's a theory course on cryptocurrencies on the FinMeUp app as well as website. You can just type in finmeup.co.za, see the crypto course there to understand it, because it is very important to understand what you invest in. Otherwise, your emotions might affect what you end up doing with one big headline, because emotions are so important to be in control. It's important to be in control of your emotions. And to be in control of your emotions, you need to understand what you're doing, what you're investing in. So understand first. Don't just take someone's word. Don't just take my word. I'm invested in crypto, and I believe there is a massive long-term upside. But let's see what happens. I'm very excited for the space, for the blockchain space. So if you are looking to get into Bitcoin or crypto, there are a few options. For example, you can use Luno, you can use eToro, you can use EasyEquities for the EZ10 token. There are many options. Be very careful for scams. There are a lot of them out there. If you want to use eToro, we'll put a link in the description or on our website or on the app. If you go to eToro, you'll also get 90% off on all FinMeUp courses on the website. Just something to consider. There are two risks, in my opinion, to do with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. First is regulation, but that's the thing. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, it's a decentralized currency. No one can control it. It's gonna be there no matter what people do. So I'd say the solution is going to be governments are going to work with digital wallets like Luno and eToro and all these platforms that allow people to transact and buy and invest in cryptocurrencies. And they'll just work with them to find solutions on how they can regulate it in some sort of a way. So it won't really affect Bitcoin, in my opinion, or cryptocurrencies. And also, I believe, well, this is just a fact. Password, the control of your password for your digital wallet is very important, for example, for inheritance. So make sure, luckily for all these new digital wallets like Luno, eToro, it's way more easier to access that, for example, with inheritance. But it's important to make a note of your password and your username. Don't forget that. But I'd say those are the two biggest concerns, in my opinion, but nothing that scares me too much. So I believe my personal price target for Bitcoin somewhere in this year in 2021 is $110,000. I'm around 50-50 invested in Ethereum and Bitcoin, and I actually believe, or I think, if I had to guess, that my Ethereum will outperform my Bitcoin this year. So let's see what happens. Let us know what you think. There's a lot of info on the cryptocurrency course on FinMeUp. There's other courses. So I hope you find value in this. Join the FinMeUp community, download the app, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and have a lovely day. Cheers.